Mercury in Leo, July 11 to 29, 2023. What awaits us at this time? July 11th at 7:11, Mercury enters the sign of Leo and will move in this sign until July 2931 Kiev time. Bonnie Horoscope is with you. Daily and unique predictions. We begin. This is the time of self-expression, realization of one's talents and abilities through communication and social connections. The desire to openly demonstrate their intellectual abilities, to show their individuality, will appear in many people, says astrologer Marina Scardi. Marina Sokolova. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, so the Sun shines on it and heats it 7 times stronger than on Earth. But it has the coldest nights in the solar system. Mercury moves faster than other planets, being burned by the Sun's rays during the day and freezing at night. On the day side of Mercury, it is terribly hot. There is eternal hell. Measurements show that the temperature there rises to 400 degrees above zero. But on the night side, there is always a strong frost, which probably reaches 200 degrees below zero. So, Mercury is the kingdom of deserts. One half of it is a hot stone desert. The other half is an icy desert covered with frozen gases. The surface of Mercury is similar in appearance to that of the Moon. When Mercury is far enough from the Sun, it can be seen standing low on the horizon. Mercury is never visible in a dark sky. It is best observed in the evening sky or before dawn in autumn. Mercury has no natural satellites. Mercury belongs to the inner planets, since its orbit lies inside the orbit of the Earth. It is the smallest planet of the terrestrial group. The planet is named after the ancient Roman god of commerce, swift-footed Mercury, as it moves through the sky faster than other planets. In Roman mythology, the son of Jupiter, a rare cunning and master of oratory. In the Zodiac, he controls the signs Gemini and Virgo. The distance between Mercury and the Sun never exceeds 28 degrees. This is the closest planet to the Sun. It characterizes the way of thinking and the type of thinking. Mercury is responsible for erudition, intelligence, and also determines our ability to communicate and learn. Symbolizes the exchange of goods and information. Its analysis and evaluation. Also relationships of a business nature, in which there is only interest and no emotions. Education is primarily concrete, practical, and not spiritual and philosophical. The conscious side of a person is expressed through Mercury. Through this planet we most clearly see what kind of person, what are his conscious intentions, how he speaks and what he thinks, where he directs his thinking energy. Mercury is a neuter planet. Neutral, as it can manifest itself both in a feminine capacity and in a masculine one. The highest hypostasis of Mercury is the planet Uranus. During the transit of Mercury in the sign of Leo, you can expect a bright game for the public on the part of public figures. Public figures or the top leadership of the country, city, enterprise. A great period in order to gain popularity, stand out from the crowd and become noticeable. Fast Mercury in the fiery sign of Leo provides opportunities for the realization of one's ideas and bold statements. The main thing is to be careful in words. The ability to tell the truth in the eye can sometimes hurt, especially in the period from July 17th to July 24th, when Mercury forms tense aspects with Jupiter and Uranus, connects with the Black Moon. These days, careless actions and words in public can leave an unpleasant trail of scandals for a long time. On July 27th, the conjunction of Mercury and retro Venus in Leo. On the same day Uranus is in conflict with the Black Moon. is a day of adventures. Grandiose shows in every sense. Temptations and temptations. In general, if you are confident and able to control your emotions, take deliberate steps, then you can get the most out of this period. But, for immature and psychologically unstable personalities, subject to influence from outside, planetary energies can be too heavy and lead to the wrong direction. In any case, Mercury in Leo will bring noisy events and bright events into the life of every person. It will not be boring. From July 23rd, Venus enters a phase of retrograde movement. There is a rapprochement with Mercury in Leo, which favors the resumption of relationships, especially of a personal nature. A good time to organize meetings with like-minded people. Communicate with friends and relatives. This will help recharge with positive and tireless energy. You can dot the I and close topics that have been haunting for a long time. Mercury, being in the sign of Leo, encourages bold decisions and pushes for important conversations. If you have long had a desire to have a serious talk with someone, do not waste time. There comes the very moment when it makes sense to bring up topics that concern you for discussion. With a high degree of probability, your thoughts will be heard, and your advice will bring tangible benefits. Perhaps the time has finally come to do what the soul lies in. Therefore, you should not hold back your creative impulses during this period. However, be prepared for criticism, as Mars moves in Virgo for the next 1.5 months, making people too picky about the results of the work done. If this does not bother you, act boldly and then you will be able to reach a new level. And those who are dissatisfied will remain at the level of a grumbler. No matter what happens, stay calm, think positively and stay in the position of a confident person. The one who knows how to behave with dignity wins, especially during the period of active energies of the creative and restless sign of Leo. If you crave applause, attention to yourself, recognition from others, Venus retrograde and Mercury in Leo will help you with this. For artists and everyone whose activities are related to the stage, art, beauty industry, this is a favorable period. Also, these transits activate long-standing friendly relations, ties with former partners. It is possible that in the next few weeks you will suddenly want to review them. Decide who inspires you and who, on the contrary, pulls you down. Leo's inherent high demands on his surroundings can contribute to the breakdown of contacts, as a social gap appears between people. The second and third decades of July are most favorable for representatives of the elements of fire. Aries, Lviv and Sagittarius. Get ready for frequent outings and increased attention from other people. During this period, you will be completely immersed in the most iridescent thoughts. Maybe not very money days ahead, but interesting ones. The circumstances that arise are related to the expansion of your influence. An advertising campaign launched during this period will be the key to success in the near future. Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio are under tense aspects from Mercury and Venus in Leo, which can affect your mood for the worse and cause self-blame. The biggest disappointments are associated with unrealistic expectations regarding marriage or relationships with other people. To minimize possible troubles, try to rethink past actions. In the life of all representatives of the signs of the zodiac, from July 11th to July 29th, 2023, people will begin to appear who will help to reassess values and answer many exciting questions. Everything that happens during this period is not accidental. Mercury in Leo highlights what you didn't want to pay attention to, but you should have long ago. and this contributes to growing up. Gives strength for decisive steps towards success. July 11th at 7:11 Mercury enters the sign of Leo and will move in this sign until July 2931 Kiev time. That's all we have. Subscribe and don't miss our daily and unique releases from Bonnie Horoscope. See you soon.